4-1? 4-1. Are you out of your mind? 4-1. I heard the commentators say this is Italy's worst defeat on home soil in over 40 years, bro. Man, you should have seen the look on my face watching that game, because the way we started the first half to how we finished off is crazy. The difference is out of this world. There's no way you can start off and play one whole half, 45 minutes of football, completely dominating the opposition. Norway did not have the ball at all in the first half. We had almost 70% possession. We had momentum for the whole entire half. We scored in the first 10 minutes. We were dominating. We should have scored 3 goals in that first half. And to see how it just switched in the second half, we went from dominating for a straight 45 minutes to being dominated for the next 45 minutes, conceding 4 goals. Bro, Italy is a team that throughout their history has been the best team in the world defensively. They're a nation that pride themselves in their defense, with their goalkeepers, with their defenders, even their fullbacks. Italy have always been a defensive team that don't concede goals. Throughout all of history, if Italy score a goal, then the game is done, because they're not going to concede a goal. For you to now concede 7 goals over 2 matches against Norway is crazy. Is crazy, man. And now you have to go to another playoffs with the possibility to miss a 3rd World Cup in a row. Bro, I swear on my life, if Italy don't make it to this World Cup, there will be national outrage in Italy. Bro, people will quit their jobs. People will go protest in the streets. They will set stores on fire. They'll rob banks. It will be crazy, because that's how passionate this country are in football. And to not make it to 3 World Cups, it's out of this world. It's completely out of this world. And the way this game started, I was feeling good. I was feeling confident. I was going to come here, record a video after the game. Yeah, Italy are going to have to go into the playoffs, but hey, get a nice win over Norway. Things are looking good. Things are looking amazing. And I would be very confident going into the playoffs if Italy would have won this game. But you lose 4-1. After the start that you had, you lose 4-1? Bro, I'm gonna cry again, man. Don't do it to me. You know what? Before I continue any longer, I have to give congratulations to Norway. Because I'm a football fan, and at the end of the day, Norway deserve credit. They deserve their flowers. They were incredible in these World Cup qualifiers, winning every single game by 3, 4, 5, 11 goals. They were fantastic. Erling Haaland, 16 goals in the World Cup qualifiers. No one's ever done that before. No one has ever done that before. That's crazy. Like, you don't realize how good Haaland is. But look at the stats. He's not a player that you have to watch and see how good he is. Look at the stats. 16 goals in 8 games is ridiculous. That's so crazy. Like, I'm almost speechless with how crazy Norway and Haaland were in this World Cup. And yes, obviously me being an Italian fan, it's a shame. It's a shame, but you have to give credit where it's due. You look at them in this game. Haaland was incredible. Antonio Nusa, bro, this guy, his dribbling is crazy. He is definitely one of the brightest stars in this Norway team. And you look at the team as a whole, and when you watch this game and when you see them in their other games, you realize why Norway is such a good team. They have the height. They have the tallest squad out of any other national team. Both of their forwards in Haaland and Sorloth are 6'4". Their defenders are 6'4", 6'5". Their goalkeeper is about 6'5". They have midfielders that are 6'4". Bro, the average height in this team is probably 6'3". Like, it's ridiculous. You can't get a header over them. They're all fast as shit. They're all strong as fuck. And they will destroy you. Honestly, when I look at this Norway team and I think of them in less than a year's time in the World Cup, I could see them getting past the group stage. I could see them getting past the round of 16. I could see Norway getting to the quarterfinals. Like, on their day, they can beat any team in the world. And that's the scary thing with this Norway team, because if they play well, if they play bad, they can definitely lose to a lot of teams that are worse than them. But if they play good, they're almost unbeatable. Because, like I already said, the combination of players that they have in their team, with the height, with the skillfulness, with the power, with the speed, with the strength, it's a squad unlike any other squad in the world. And that's why, if you look at Norway within the last year, they have been probably the best team in the world, honestly, with how much they're scoring and how little they're conceding. They've been the best team in the world. Now, let's talk about this game a little bit. So, obviously, like I said, Italy came out on the front foot. For the whole first 45 minutes of the game, Italy were the dominant team. They were holding possession. They had 60, 70% possession. They were passing the ball nicely, very calm on the ball. They had a lot of attacks, and realistically, they should have scored more goals. But they couldn't, and that was the main problem with Italy today. Now, if you look at the team as a whole, one player that deserves recognition, Pio Esposito. Bro, this guy, I can already see it. He is the future Italian striker. 100%. He is the future Italian striker. You look at Keane, you look at Scamacca, you look at Luca, you look at Otegui today. They have nothing against Esposito. He is everywhere in the attack, always getting the balls, always getting to the headers. And you have to keep in mind, Norway's defenders, Norway's center backs are 6'4" and 6'5", almost 6'6". They're humongous. So for Esposito, who is still a tall player, he's about 6'1", 6'2", but still, for him to be getting headers over defenders that are 6'6" is crazy. For him to be holding up defenders that are 6'6" and scoring a fantastic goal in the 11th minute is crazy. At 20 years old, he's 1 year younger than me. He is the future Italian striker. He is the future of this Italian attack. And I'm incredibly happy to see him play, to see him perform. In his last 4 international games, he scored 3 goals. And I think he deserves to start more, because he looked like the only player in the attack that was ever going to score, right? With the headers he was getting, with his hold-up play, he looked like the only player that was going to score. So I think he is definitely the one player on Italy's team that you have to mention was phenomenal in this game, even though we did concede 4 goals. But you also have to look at Italy's defense, because in that second half, that was atrocious in the second half. Disgusting. Now, you have to give credit, like I already said, to Norway's attack. Antonio Nusa got that incredible goal only about 20 minutes into the second half. He was fantastic in this game. Then you look at Haaland. He scored 2 goals in about 2 minutes. And then Strand Larsen at the end scored another phenomenal goal. But this shows you how susceptible Italy are to counterattacks. And it's something that they really need to fix. Because when Norway have the ball, when they have a 3-on-2, if there's only 2 Italian defenders at the back and there's 3 Norway attackers, they're going to score. Because, like I already mentioned, they have the pace, they have the height, they have the speed and the strength. And Italy's defense is not like what it used to be. They don't have the strength that they used to. They don't have Chiellini and Bonucci of 10 years ago, right? They have Bastoni, who, yes, is an amazing defender. He's great at passing the ball, but he did a bad pass. He made a mistake, and then Haaland scores, right? That's all it takes. You look at Mancini. In the last goal, where Strand Larsen was running against him, he got turned inside out. And Mancini, with Roma, is an incredible defender. But if you look at him on the national stage, he's not what Italy used to have. Bastoni are not what Italy used to have. And that's another thing with Italy, is they can't play like they still have those defenders, right? In the second half, they switched off. And they don't have the defensive capabilities that they used to have to prevent a crazy team like Norway with Erling Haaland and all these other players scoring goals. They can't prevent that. So they can't play that way anymore. And now, since Gattuso has come in, he's been phenomenal, right? He's definitely brought Italy back on track, way better than what Spalletti was with them. And other than this game, he's won all the other games, right? Which is fantastic. But they needed to get a result in this game. Because if Italy had won this game, whether it was 1-0, 2-1, whatever it was, taking that momentum into the playoffs, they would be much more confident. But now going into the playoffs after losing 4-1 against Norway, conceding 4 goals, like they can concede against anyone. You look at Sweden, right, who are most likely going to be playing Italy in the playoffs. Sweden are shit. Last place in their group. But what do they have? They have Isak and they have Victor Gyökeres. 2 tall strikers, 2 strikers with speed, 1 with strength, 1 with the technical capabilities. Very similar to the attack of Norway. These are players that will score against Italy because Italy doesn't know how to defend them properly. And that's what I'm scared of. Because like I already said, I'm sorry to Swedish people, but their team is shit right now. Absolutely trash. Lost pretty much every single game, dead last in their group. But they will score against Italy with Isak and with Victor Gyökeres. Because like I said, they have the height, they have the speed, they have the technical ability. And similar to Norway, what are we going to do? It's a very tough situation at the moment. And I think Gattuso really needs to figure out who his starting defensive lineup is. Whether he'll play Mancini with Bastoni, whether he'll play Buongiorno with Bastoni, what fullbacks he'll start, whether he'll start Di Marco, who's very good going forward, or he'll start a player like Spinazzola, right? If Di Lorenzo is the right back, because this season he has not been good with Napoli. He has not been good defensively at all. And against a team like Sweden, you're going to need good defenders because that's what Sweden have. That's the best part of Sweden's team is their attack. Similar with Norway. The best part of Norway's team is their attack. And that's how they just keep killing Italy all the time. Like I said, at the start of this game, I was expecting a good game. They started off so strong, Italy. And I was expecting the game to end in at least a decent result for Italy. Come on here, make a video telling you guys that I'm confident going into the playoffs. But after this game, I'm no longer confident. My confidence went from here all the way down to the floor. That's where my confidence is at right now. So it's, you know, like we saw some good things. Like I already mentioned, Esposito, I think, is the shining star in this Italian attack. I think he's the future of this Italian attack. But we have to figure out things in other areas of the pitch, especially defensively. I can't even speak. I think a lot of the future of Italy in the playoffs, relies on Gattuso. I think he needs to do a lot of work and really figure out this Italian team and really study his opponents, right? Because in that first half, they killed Norway, but in the second half, we got killed. So Gattuso really needs to study his opponents. And if you see that you're coming up against certain type of strikers and certain type of players, you need to change the lineup accordingly with that. And today, I'm not sure if he did that. And he's really going to have to figure that out before the playoffs or else we're cooked. If you guys did enjoy this video, please subscribe to the channel. Almost 98% of you guys that watch the video are not subscribed, which is kind of sad to see. But if you guys do enjoy this video and you're excited for upcoming videos, remember to subscribe down below. And obviously remember to leave a like and leave a comment down below. I always reply to every single comment, and stay tuned for more videos.